What is up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. As you can see, we are here in the office of the gym, and back at home I already did my 30 minutes of fast cardio, took Vayu Meta Plus to boost the metabolism, and my weight is now above 113 kilos finally, so body is coming back to life with the extra carbs my coach Stefan has given me. We're probably around 12 to 1300 calories more compared to my low diet before the competitions. And very surprisingly, my condition stays almost the same. Of course, holding a bit more water, but just minimal. The conditioning in terms of the fat is really similar, which I'm very happy about, and I feel much more energetic as well. So let's get this chest workout started. I already had my incredible Vayu Nitro X pre-workout, and now it is time to create the intra-workout, Vayu Intra. In there are the carbs, the EAAs, the creatine, and even some salt to help you facilitate a good pump and energy throughout the workout. So we are going to take 60 grams from this, and the easiest way to do that is to put it on a scale and then put it at 0 until it hits minus 60. And then you know that you have exactly 60 grams in your shaker cups. And I like to use 2 shaker cups. First of all, because this tastes amazing, so you easily drink all of your water. And secondly, because the water itself is also very important to get in enough hydration. And also adding ESN L-carnitine caps. We are still in a prep phase, so I still have the L-carnitine present inside of the intra-workout shake, because whenever you contract a muscle, it makes that process easier to get the L-carnitine in, such as with creatine, but that's already in here. So right now we are covered, and let's go downstairs to attack the chest. Okay guys, we are going to get started with the incline machine bench press, and there's not been a lot of variation in the chest workouts for obvious, or maybe not obvious reasons, but for important reasons, because we need to stay strong in the same kind of movements. Doing variation very early before or after a competition brings you no extra stimulus, only extra fatigue and extra risk because you're not used to other movements. But this will be the last chest workout where I'll be doing the same kind of movements, and after this I'll move on to some different, like the dumbbell movements for example. But for now it still feels on the safer side and the logical side to keep doing moves like this, heavier and heavier, as heavy as we can. So we're gonna start with the warm-up, a couple of warm-ups, and then move on to the working weight. Now I'm at least as strong as a month out from the competition, so strength is on the increase. Feels very good, no pain anywhere. So we're gonna do the set one more time for sure with this weight, and then after that a little lighter. One very important thing for any phase of your whether you're bulking, cutting, competition phase, resting in between sets is very underestimated in terms of how important it is. If I were to do the set right now, I might be able to do 8 reps, maybe 7, instead of the potential 10 reps. And it's all about this last few reps that will cause the muscle growth. So you don't want to be limited by your breathing, your heart rate, your cardio. You want to be limited by the muscular failure, and that will cause the growth. You don't want to be limited by anything else. If you are, you're leaving gains on the table. So I'm gonna rest a little bit longer, and then we're gonna attack this set once more. "12 easy reps with 1 difficult rep, but still 30 reps in total. Makes me happy. More than 12 reps, which is the next rep range. And now it is time for a flat press to change things up a bit. Next movement, always a chest press, So why am I not doing the flat bench press on the same exact slip machine? It's a difference between the incline and the flat. That's what I want to create here. It's because these handles over here, they converge and they allow you and they enable you to fully contract the chest, and they actually give you an advantage on contracting the chest in terms of stimulus. If they would simply go like this, you would simply not have a benefit of locking out your elbows, because the tension would be straight on the elbows. When I go inside, you're really feeling the tension here and not on the elbow. So let's get warmed up, and just a few warm-ups before we hit the heavy weights. That's actually a nice 10 reps, which is 2 reps more than before as the second movement. And remember, when logging your lifts, always also log whether it's the first or second movement. So now I know the previous time I did this at the second movement, I did 8 reps, and now I did 10. So that's an improvement of 2 clean reps. I'm going closer and closer to failure, so this was literally 0 reps in reserve, where previous time I would leave 1 rep in reserve at least. I feel recovery has been improved because of the increase in calories, mostly carbs, and I just feel good, no pains anywhere, so we can really drive muscle stimulus to the max for a couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna start digging again. But once I now increase my strength, I have more room to play with during the last weeks of prep, so I'm very motivated. Okay, in total that was working set number 6 for the workout. 2 heavy compounds done, so 6 working sets in heavy compounds. And now it's time for the Pec Deck to finish off the chest. Pec Deck time, so means isolation time. So here we're using nothing but the chest. Try not to use the shoulders, try not to use the triceps. Yes, they will be under tension, but they shouldn't be a driving factor behind moving this weight. So truly stretch and contraction in the chest. If you don't feel either one of those anymore, either the stretch or the contraction, lighten the weight. Anyway, let's get straight on to the working set weight, because we already are warmed up. Feels very good, guys. You truly, if you finish a working set on a Pec Deck, all you want to feel is a very good pump in the chest and nothing else. If you don't feel the pump, something is wrong with the execution. That was heavy, guys. That is chest done. Logging the lift as always, and don't forget, down below you can see the entire workout, every working set, the amount of reps and the amount of weight that I use, so don't forget to check the description below. We are getting started now with the side delts. That's what I always like to do after the chest. Normally side double lateral raises standing, but now we're going to do it on an incline version. The difference is, when I'm in an incline right now, the tension is already on the side delts, whereas if I'm standing, there's no tension at all. So that's a big difference. That's just why I knock the weight of dumbbells in half, slice it in half, because it's twice as difficult here. Let's do as many reps as we can. Feels good, guys. A really good lactic acid buildup here. Honestly, that's what you want to feel when training the side delts. A little higher volume to create the lactic acid. Then you put a lot of tension on the side delts without including other muscles. And that's how you make them grow. Vissers for the side delts, and now it's time for the triceps. Look at this, guys. This is going to be the next tricep movement. If you follow the hypertrophy coach and Urs as well, you know exactly what this is. This is called the Rapunzel Tricep Pushdown. Why? Because we are doing it with long braided ropes. And but the nice and unique thing about this is you get a lot of tension at every angle, spot, range of motion of the triceps when doing it like this. So it's kind of a combination of an overhead movement and a push down. So what you want to do, first of course warm up, and you want this rope to touch your traps a little bit here. And what I personally do, I go all the way up with my arms until I feel a good stretch and then push all the way down like this. As you can see here, there's a lot of tension on the tricep, but especially when you're going all the way up here, a lot of tension on the tricep as well. So through the full range of motion, you get a lot of feeling in the tricep without any joint pain at all, which is the big benefit of this movement. Working set time, guys, is already going to be pretty heavy. The most difficult part is the abdominals, keeping you straight, your body straight. So let's do this. Boom. One tip, you should wear a t-shirt for doing this, because I can already feel the marks, but it's a tip on trying this for the first time. Wear a t-shirt, less resistance here, because now it's even more difficult to do this movement. But anyway, that's what hardcore bodybuilding is. Feels very good, guys, from top to bottom. Full contraction, full stretch. So if you want a lot of blood on the triceps, try this one. Okay, so this one heavily biases the contraction, but I'm also going to use the stretch, of course. Every single movement biases either the contraction or the stretch a little bit more, but I still try to go for full range of motion. So this one is an awesome one. Put it in front of your body with just, no attachments, it's possible. Make sure you stand in the middle, and what you do is go all the way to the side, contract as hard as possible, but when you stretch, you move your hands towards your body and your elbows to the back, so you can actually get to a full stretch. If you don't, and you go to here you stop and there's no stretch. So if you move back, all of a sudden the triceps stretch a lot more. So let's go to failure. True failure, technical failure. So we're not doing partials at all in between these contests. I think that's useless stimulus for a lot of fatigue. And this was the workout. Finished both intra workouts, shakes. As you know, 60 grams of value intra. Let's log this last lift and then go upstairs for the post-workout goodness. We are here to make the post-workout meal, but I'm going to show you the most important part, well, at least what you guys request a whole lot. So the first thing, which is not that most requested part, is just the cream of rice right here. So this is actually a cream of rice with some cinnamon mixed through. So we're going to put that in here. So normally I already prepared it at home, but now I like it hot after the workout. So what we're also going to do, put some water in here, let it boil, mix it up with this beautiful whisker. So what you always want to do for cream of rice is mix it up very finely. So everything, so for example, if you're putting cream of rice and whey powder or anything else, you want everything to be distributed evenly, because otherwise you will get lumps, and that's not what you want. So once you've done that, you add the boiling water, mix it up, put it in a microwave until it's nice and firm. And in the meantime, what you want to do is create the whey paste. And we are going to create the whey paste by using Vayu Final Protein. So this is a whey isolate and hydrolyzed whey mixture. So do keep in mind that with this mixture, the whey paste doesn't become as thick, but it's still possible to create it. If you really want a thick whey paste, you want to go for casein protein or some whey concentrates. ESN Designer Whey Paste, Designer Whey Protein, available on the website. There's also thicker than this, but this is simply the highest possible quality protein you can get, which is what I like to have post-workout. So 2 full scoops. And what I also always like to do is just add a little bit of, secret sauce, aka Himalayan pink salt. 1, 2. Then something very important. You want to add water to this to make it a paste, a frosting, a sludge, whatever you want to call it. We are just going to add 30 mils to here. And then you mix it up. As you can see, it becomes a nice thick consistency already. Just like that. And by the way, as you can see, this is chocolate flavor. Pretty much my favorite kind of whey paste because it adds chocolate frosting. So the ratio in between dry powder and water can be 1, but if you want a thicker paste, a little less. For example, if you have 40 grams of whey, add 30 mils of water, see how thick it becomes. This is the consistency you want, and then you put this on top of your protein. However, the cream of rice needs to be cold. So what do we do about that? It will still be hot because it's from the microwave, but we have a secret ingredient. We have frozen strawberries, as you can see. So right here, what you want to do is put these strawberries in the middle of the cream of rice, then put the whey paste on there, and then voila, you have your incredible, full, complete cream of rice meal with intact whey frosting, paste, delicious fruit strawberries, and you have a delicious post-workout meal, which is very easy to eat. You've seen it already on my loading days for the Arnold Classic, for the Yamamoto Pro France. You've seen exactly what it looks like, so no need to show you exactly that. But do know that it's very delicious, and if you want to get rice cream or final protein or any other proteins, make sure to go to esn.com using the link down below. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this and then go home, show you some of my other meals, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy this, guys. See you at home. And from the gym, we jump straight into the next day in the morning. So as you can see right there, my cardio bike, we are getting ready to do some cardio. 30 minutes fasted, just took some Vayu Meta Plus. And the reason why I didn't show you the rest of the meals yesterday is because you've already seen it, and I'm also about to do a full day of eating for you guys, so you know exactly what the difference is between my zero carb diet and my diet right now. But mostly the only true difference is, of course, the carbohydrate difference, adding cream of rice and rice to my meals. But yeah, makes it a lot more sustainable in terms of how easy it is to follow this diet now compared to before. And the skull face is getting a little less. Of course, I just got out of bed, and you can hear Laura is crying, so it wasn't a successful night of sleep. But anyway, we keep going. My weight is getting close to 114 kilos again, which I'm happy about, because if I'm honest, and a lot of bodybuilders have this, after a show you don't really want to lose your shape, especially when you know that you'll be getting to do a show again, especially the Olympia. You're like, okay, I want to keep this conditioning and just improve upon fullness and get even more dry. But if there's 10 weeks in between, you have to be logical and think about what is smart to do. So what is smart to do for me is to gain a couple of kilos, stay within striking distance of my target weight, which is around 112, of course, maybe a little lower now because we're going to increase conditioning, but 10 weeks is still quite a lot of time, and within that time, improvements, slight improvements can be made, such as, arbitrary things like density in the hamstrings and the glutes by picking up your training performance up and up and up, taking into account recovery, of course. But if you see my videos, my strength is going up, and I'm very happy with how things are going in every single aspect of my prep right now. And of course, the discipline and motivation are very high. So, zero deviations from the diet or the training or the cardio, nothing. So 30 minutes of cardio, fasted, 10,000 steps a day, keeping to the diet. Rest day has a lot less carbs. Training days have a nice amount of carbs. And to give you perspective, my rest day used to be around 1,800 calories, and now it's a little under 3,000. So that gives me a good increase. And the same thing for the training days, around a 12 to 1,300 calorie increase. So when you compare to the previous period before the competitions, trying to dig deep for that body fat percentage to come down, it's very manageable to handle this kind of prep. Anyway, it's time to do the cardio right now. And yeah, I want to thank you a whole lot for watching. And once again, don't forget to check out the links down below if you want to support me and check out everything I'm associated with, such as Vayu, which I'm incredibly happy with. The collaboration with them, as you guys know, Urs, Fabian, other top Olympians are part of this team, and we, all of us now, will be going to Olympia, showing you some incredible content and footage together. Anyway, thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.